The clock is ticking, America, and our patriots do not draw a line in the sand right now. The free and open internet that we have enjoyed for decades will come to an end. Thanks to who? You guessed it, Barack Obama. We have until October 1st to convince Congress to include a rider in a budget bill that will block Obama's plan to relinquish America's oversight of the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN. If we don't do it then, it's going to be too late. Listen to this quote from the Wall Street Journal, just came out. Obama's plan to end American stewardship would hand over new power to authoritarian governments that are offended by the internet as we know it. Let's translate that. If Obama gives up the internet control, as they call it, stewardship, that control is going to go into the hands of the United Nations and the Muslim nations that control it, and you know how Muslim nations stand on freedom of speech. I'll tell you how you can get involved in this fight to protect and preserve freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and the right to know right now. Stay tuned.
It's time for another blistering report from the front lines of the cultural war for a constitutional America. And now, here's your host, Charles Benninghoff.
Barack Obama is once again trying to make dramatic change to your daily life without any congressional approval. He's no different than the globalist dictators in every other country who think they have unlimited power over the lives of their subjects. And subjects for that reason is called you and me in Obama's opinion. Even though Obama is trying to give up American ownership of the internet, Congress can still stop him. Let me give you a real-world example of why a free, open, and American internet is so important. This example just happened a couple days ago. And whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or an independent or a libertarian, whatever you are on the political spectrum really doesn't matter. What does matter in the following example is we learned as citizens about something that happened due to the freedom of the internet that we might not otherwise have learned. At the 9/11 memorial ceremony in New York City, the media was being kept in a roped-off, contained area where they could not always see the presidential candidates or other dignitaries. If the internet was under the control of the United Nations, as it will be after October 1st under Obama's plan, then all we would know about the ceremony is that Hillary Clinton had to leave early. And you know what? We might not even know that. The media was pinned in like obedient cattle, and we would not have any images or video of Hillary Clinton's dramatic seizure when she collapsed and had to be carried to a handicap-accessible van by Secret Service agents. Americans would have no idea just how sick Hillary Clinton is right now, and she would be one step closer to the White House, because the truth about her would be carefully concealed by Islamic dictators who run the United Nations and who want her to win this election. But because we have a free and open American internet, everyone knows that she collapsed. As one state trooper phrased it, she was thrown into that waiting van like a slab of beef. We know this because one person, just one, captured video of the collapse on his smartphone and uploaded it to his Twitter feed. Today, the entire world is talking about that upload. Incidents like that would not happen after October 1st. I guarantee it. And I'll tell you why in a minute. We will all be kept in the dark by the global elites who want to suppress information. Dictators and Democrats do not care about freedom of speech under the First Amendment, which is why Obama, a Democrat, is trying to give up control of the internet. For example, in countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia, North Korea, Turkey, Qatar, Argentina under a crisis right now, communist China and Pakistan, well, there you can be, and often are, thrown into jail for just taking videos. Senator Ted Cruz of Texas is spearheading a movement in the Senate that should stop this, but he needs citizens to back him up by putting people power, people pressure on the House of Representatives. All kinds of pressure and stress. Make sure these members of Congress hear about their need to follow the will of the people and take control of ICANN away from Obama. The House Commerce Department needs to hear from you as well, and other like-minded patriots. Do it now. We have to speak out and demand that a rider be attached to the stopgap budget that will fund the government after September 30th. This is our last opportunity to keep the internet alive as we know it. If we don't speak out and stop Obama's plan from going into effect, you can kiss goodbye to your YouTube channels like this one and websites like the Drudge Report. Anything speaking something against the government or for freedom, you can kiss it goodbye. The globalist dictators will stifle free speech in their own countries, and they'll stifle it here in America. You can bet on that. I hope you'll go to our action page right now and use our system today to send personalized letters to Congress telling them to stop this craziness of Obama. Stay tuned because Bob Mallory will give you detailed instructions on the next screen on how you can get to our action page. Do it today. This is Charles Benninghoff signing off and wishing you freedom, fulfillment, and God's many blessings. And remember, take action on this issue. We're running out of time.
Don't let Barack Obama relinquish control of the internet to the UN. We have to speak out to Congress right now to stop this plan from going into effect. This is Bob Mallory for Pray For Us, and here is how you can get involved. If you're watching this on our action page on our website, use the form to the right of the video screen to select a program. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, click the icon appearing now to find a link to our action page, or check the description to find the link. Speak out today.